The Solomon Islands national men's football team now goes into training this week with preparations on the Prime Minister's Cup in Papua New Guinea. The final team list should be confirmed by the end of the week for those travelling for the tournament.
Yeah, we've had a 3-week window to work with the boys after Brisbane. Basically a carbon copy of what we did before Brisbane. So we worked a lot on defending basically without the ball, and now this camp's just been a little bit more about being a little bit cleaner in possession and creating more opportunities going forward. So no, it's been all right. It's been obviously had its challenges. Very difficult to kind of manage the boys, in and out of the S League. But this is the full week that we've got now, with the S League finished. So very thankful to have the boys in full time and just to be able to refocus them for Papua New Guinea next week. So at the moment we've still got about 23, 24 players. It'll be cut down to 20 by the end of this week, and then we're flying to Papua New Guinea on Monday with our first game against New Caledonia on Thursday, I believe it is the 14th. Have a 1-day rest only, and then we get on a plane and head to Lae and play in the new stadium, or I think the refurbished stadium against Papua New Guinea's senior men's team, which will be an amazing experience again.
Solomon Islands became champions in 2023 when New Caledonia was host nation. PNG became champions in 2024, beating Fiji in Honiara, Papua New Guinea with their second title. Solomon Islands senior men's side has been challenged for not having enough competition game time, but the senior men's side is in good form as training continues.
Yeah, I think it's always a struggle, right? Especially when we've got players coming back from Australia that haven't played a match since August. And obviously the S League as well. Yes, they're playing lots of matches, but I wouldn't say it's at the same intensity as international football. It can't be. So Sinis have done a fantastic job, for us. They work alongside some strength and conditioning and sports scientists that we've got in Australia, helping to program for the boys and basically top them up. So I think they're at a good level. We're definitely a lot fitter and a lot stronger, than we've been previously. But like I said, it's difficult to replicate, matches, and that's what we really struggle with. We can play internal matches, we can play, against select S League teams, but it's not the same, and I think, that's where I'm really trying to push, the opportunity to bring more support and more funds in to be able to bring teams like Brisbane, to be able to play against, Asian countries. We really need, more matches, against strong opposition to actually increase the level and push the boys further. And I think that's probably, what we struggle with the most, at senior men's national team level, and to be fair, the women's as well. I think when we've got the under-19s, we've got the under-16s, we can always fabricate, stronger games for them against, older opposition. But the men's national team is hard. So, that first game against New Caledonia will be a massive test. We've definitely improved since we played them last, but they have as well. They've been playing against European, opposition in the build-up. They go into intercontinental playoff for the World Cup very soon. So I'm expecting them to be, right at the top of this MSG.
The Solomon Islands national team, both men's and women's football teams, are now in camp and will leave for Port Moresby next week.